Hello, everybody. My name is Ulf Garður. This is Hoban, and welcome back to the Oberdin. As you can see, I'm occupied. He's being very helpful getting stream started, but I hope everybody's been having a good Thursday so far. We didn't end up having a stream yesterday. I was having a little bit of a brain day, so I took the day off from the schedule. I appreciate everybody's patience and understanding, but we're back at it today. The day of rest was good. The brain has recovered. The cat still requires scritches, so all is well in the world. Today we're returning to the Oberdin, as I said, which, if you're unaware, is it's a kind of a murder mystery, but there's 60 murders, and they're not all murders. Some of them are just deaths. Uh, just a couple from disease, accidents, but it's an entire ship full of people in the early 1800s that went missing for 5 years and showed back up, and there was nobody on board, at least nobody alive. And we have a fancy little magic stopwatch that lets us go see still shots of the past, kind of flash back a bit and hear little snippets of sound. So there's a lot of very complex interwoven mysteries to be solved here that are a ton of fun. They're very challenging, at least to me. I don't know about everybody, but it is such a cool way to tell a story. I am absolutely loving this game, and so I'm excited to pick it back up with you. Admittedly, we ended last time, and I didn't know what to do next, so it might take a little bit of me fumbling around uh, before we really get into any of the good stuff. I want to just make sure everybody's aware of that early. Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It is a pretty graphic game, even though everything's in still shots. You see a lot of dead people in various states of death, all manners of death. A couple of them are in their own unique, fairly simplistic art style. There we go. Hoban got fed. In the game's own simplistic art style, some of them are still surprisingly graphic. It caught me off guard. I just want to make sure everybody is aware. Let me fix my camera a little bit. We'll fix it if he comes back. Don't worry. Um, so yeah, that's the plan. And I do want to say again, thank you to all of you who come in and hang out, whether you chat or you lurk, or we've bumped into each other in Dead by Daylight a couple times. However it is you found this channel, I just want to say thank you for leaving the amount of support you do, even if that was just a follow and you never see this thank you. Um, but on Tuesday evening, we had our 200th follower for the channel, which is crazy to me. Um, so I'm so appreciative that enough y'all out there get a kick out of this and hanging out with me that we made it to 200. Um, I intend to see how high we can go for however long I keep doing this, so I don't necessarily anticipate an end anytime soon. So let's see how far we get, but no rush on that. We're here to hang out. I'm not one of those folks that's really trying to climb the numbers or anything. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and have me launch the game. The game does have a couple of quirks as far as running it on my computer. Um, one of them being it really likes to take my chat overlay away. So, okay, right back at it, I see. So when we do a bunch of time skips and jumping around, if you have sent a message recently, that's usually when it takes my chat view away for me to keep up with. And I might not realize that it disappeared. So I apologize if it takes me a little longer than normal to see and respond to things you say. I am doing my best, but we got a lot of stuff to keep track of. So this scene we unlocked last time we played on Monday, which was actually really cool because this is one of the most recent discoveries we've had was the ability to see this particular scene in flashback. But from the very beginning, we have had a sketch of this exact moment that we've used as a reference to identify people on the ship. Because what we were trying to do, if you don't know, is we're trying to figure out who the person is from the ship's log that it, left England with, how they died, and if they were killed by someone or something specific, we might need to put in a who or what killed them. Like, they were shot, okay, but by what? By a cannon, by a gun? Were they murdered by a crewmate or some other enemy? All that sort of good stuff. Um, and so this has been our way to keep track of faces and to reference. Okay, so you can look at a person in one of these flashbacks and it'll show who in this picture it is. And so you can come here and see them, click on them, and then it'll show you where all you've seen them before. So there's a really interesting, admittedly, it took me a little bit to get used to kind of way to be able to reference all of the intricacies here. Um, and the game made it pretty clear from the beginning that a lot of these are going to be tough. You're very rarely going to have super irrefutable evidence that somebody is who you think it is. So do your best. And if you get somebody right, you won't know right away unless they are every third correct person. Because that's when it lets you know, hey, you got 3 of them correct again. So it is kind of a way to keep track. I haven't been super great at following like, hey, I've had this one that I thought I had right for a long time. And apparently nothing's happened when other 3 people get locked in as correctly researched. So I haven't been good about that. That is a way you could do it, but I'm not that analytic or clever most of the time. Um, but so what we're trying to do really is I need to leave this and go back to normal ass time because somewhere there is a piece of evidence to prompt a scene we haven't seen yet. We've seen most of them by now. Because we've seen the entirety of the escape chapter. The bargain chapter we don't have access to yet. We've seen the entirety of the Doom chapter, Soldiers of the Sea. Unholy Captives, we've only seen the end, and I don't know where to find anything else for it. That's the main one we're looking for. The Calling, we have not finished. Murder, we have finished. That's the one we were just on. Bitter Cold and Loose Cargo, we have seen the end of as well. So there's only a handful of actual scenes left. I keep pressing the wrong button. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7, 8, 9. There's only 9 new pieces of evidence to come across and stimulate us into research. And at this point, they're very subtle. They have little, almost little motes or fireflies floating around them usually. Sort of like, there won't be a great example of it up here. Let me go somewhere else. I still don't know what that thing is. That's been here since the very beginning, and it's been making me uncomfortable ever since. Um, but yeah, so like these glowing motes over this person's bones, they can be hard to see on some of the smaller stuff. And I think that's pretty much all we have left to look for. I recently discovered these numbers on the hammocks, so if I can get into a flashback and be able to tell who's in a hammock, I can actually look up to see what person they are because these are their numbers and the ship's log, the whatever it is, I forget the official term, I'm not a sailor. Manifest? I hear that and usually think cargo, but maybe it's people too. A locked door. Interesting. Okay. So it's going to be me wandering around aimlessly for a little bit, but trying to remember what I have and haven't seen. It's possible there's new stuff right next to old stuff, and I haven't realized it was different. I apologize. I got sick over Christmas, and I'm still on some medicine just to help me stop sounding like I'm sick, even though I'm not. Because yeah, I still need to figure out what happened to this fucking guy. I know what happened to him. So this cannon got tilted. We got attacked by a kraken on the ship, is one of the last chapters, and that cannon got knocked sideways and fired because the fuse had already been lit, and there were two guys trying to that were in front of it. That's the last of one of them. The other one, I think, just went out into the sea. I have not seen anything of him since. And that is one of the hard parts too. Is not every person we research has definitively died. Several chapters have just missing people who were not seen since, and we still have to determine like how they went missing. Like, did they fall overboard? Um, I don't really know of much evidence to anything else besides that. There's probably quite a few. This game requires a lot of brain power. Yeah, because I feel like I haven't figured out a ton of this one. So I feel like there's something to be found here.
Slack the lifts and lower the boats! The whole crew will be on us! Give it up!
Okay. So this is the section immediately after that execution scene we started on. So this was a whole thing. A whole drama. Let me give you the 10 peso version. Which if you get that Three Amigos reference, we're gonna get along just fine. So this dude doing the shooting was trying to steal what seems to be a very valuable gem. I haven't seen it except in flashback. And the guy that got executed, where he got interrupted, somebody saw him, and he killed them. But there was also a guard protecting the crystal, and he hit the guard and made it look like, essentially, even though the guard was unconscious down there by the body, made it look like the guard did the killing. So the guy who got executed that we just saw at the beginning wasn't the offender. It was this dude right now holding this woman captive. So I'm assuming he got the gem, and I think it was this lady and her husband's over there getting stuffed into a boat. At least I believe it's her husband. They, I think, are being kidnapped along with the jewel being stole, but I haven't really found any evidence of the jewel. So, wait a minute. I never noticed you here. Who the hell are you? Okay, so, the pictures, like, see how this one's super fuzzy and grainy? When they're clear like this, they're not grained out anymore. That means technically I have been exposed to enough information to be able to answer everything I need to. Who is this person? what was their fate, and if needed, how did they meet their fate. Um, but for most of these, I have no clue. Um, there's 60 fates to unravel, and I have gotten, I think, either 15 or 18 of them since they're in sets of 3. So there's a lot to do still. But where all do you show up? Okay, so definitely here. Murder Part 2, he's on the deck, which is the execution. Murder Part 3. So that's chronologically. Where else do you show up? He's in loose cargo. Okay. Yeah, I need to figure out who this guy is. The boats, the whole crew will be on us. Give it up, and then dead is the X, or somebody's fate was sealed, I guess. Took me a while to figure that one out. That wasn't necessarily explained. Okay. So I want to see, because this up here. Oh, nope. Shit. Wrong one. So this says Formosan royalty. I have her. I don't have enough information to know who he is. I know who you are because this is the guy who got executed. This dude just got electrocuted by lightning. I'm supposed to know all of these people. So the 3 triangles up here above their picture though, that is the game's way of telling you this one is going to be particularly hard. So we've gotten a couple that were like that, but unfortunately a lot of the ones that I have, God, I still have no idea who this guy is. And I know definitively how he died. Okay, what's the first memory you show up in? The execution. All right, fine. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Yeah, we got Paul confirmed. Are you somewhere around here? There you are. Because, okay, you're behind Martin. So I guess I haven't checked to see if you're Martin's steward or not. Where else do you appear? Okay, so you're Murder Part 2. The Doom, which is where he dies, and just the sketch. And somehow I'm supposed to know where he is. Or who he is. Okay. This is pretty much it. Is trying to think of all these things and even going and being like, okay, this one person, it says I should know who they are. Let's focus on them. It still takes a while. Usually it's bouncing around like this. I get one little nugget somewhere that clicks, and that helps me get a loose thread sealed up. All right, but Martin Parrott, third mate. There should be a third mate steward, I think. Third mate steward Roderick Anderson. Okay, are you Roderick Anderson? Because I mean, you're here by him. Hey, look at that! That literally all it was he's the third mate steward and he was next to the third mate in the picture. That's all I had to go off of. Okay, yep, we got tragic illness, crushed by a terrible beast. Okay. That's good because the manner of that last one's death where it was crushed by a terrible beast, it was the Kraken that reached in through the window of the ship and started grabbing shit and just pulling it against the inside of the hole. And it technically grabbed a cannon and pressed the cannon up against him. And I think that's why I hadn't unlocked that one yet, was because I had said that he got crushed by a cannon. I needed to attribute it credit where it was due to the Kraken. So, okay. I mean, that's not a ton. Like the one guy who died of illness, I knew exactly how he died, who he was. So that wasn't anything super crazy or new. Like, there's an entire chapter, the second chapter, there are only 2 people that die, and they both die of illness. But largely they help reveal something else. Who are you? I haven't looked at you in a minute. Okay, so I'm not supposed to know who you are. And you don't appear anywhere else except the Doom. Okay, disappeared. Okay, so hold on. Which one? Which chapter of the Doom? Which one was it? Okay, it doesn't say. They just disappeared, so I can't actually keep track. So there's so many disappearances on the Doom. I think that's where I want to go real quick, is just try to get back to the upper deck portions of that scene or that chapter. Okay, because this dude's still dead and hanging here. Do I know you yet? Alright, let me see if I know this guy. Oh yeah, you're Lars. We know you. We solved his death already. He just, apparently, he looks like he got clubbed in the head. That's unfortunate because that's also how he dies. He just gets clubbed from the front. Are you Pete? No, but you're Pete's buddy. Oh, you are Pete. Okay. Midshipman. So this guy and Peter are constantly around each other. So I'm wondering if they're both midshipmen, because usually if you see Peter, you see this guy and any of the memories he's associated with. So what midshipmen do I have left? Not a lot. Oh, wait. I only have 2. And one of them is unknown? We had one unknown that was on the manifest. I think there's another one. Yeah, there's an unknown passenger, but there is one. Once you confirm them correctly, they don't show up here whatsoever anymore. So these crosses are all names that I've guessed but haven't been confirmed. So there's a few unknowns, but there was one that was just unknown with no position, and it turned out they were a stowaway. So nobody knew who they were. They weren't supposed to be there. They're just unknown and unknown. And they died because the barrel they were hiding in fell from a great height and shattered, and it crushed somebody else. So 2 people died in that scene. All right, but I want to tentatively say Thomas, but I don't know the ID of the guy who killed him. Because the guy who killed him is this fucking guy, and I can never figure him out. He is everywhere. And he's clearly, like, maybe he's John Davies. He definitely seems to be somebody very important. But for all I know, he might be Martin. No, he's not Martin because he wasn't there. Martin gets called out by name in one of the Kraken scenes. So let's just do that. Let's just go back. Like I said, I get so distracted trying to do this. Great fun, good times. I do love me a good mystery to solve. But yeah, so this one, I almost missed this because I opened the door and I saw like this. So I barely saw those little glimmers, and I think that's about the level of indication that I have left to find these missing scenes. So we'll see. This dude, he dies in the chair, but I don't know how. Like, what actually injures him and kills him. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me... Did I get the Frenchman? There's a Frenchman, and his mate is from France. Yeah, because I have him listed tentatively as Alfred Klestil, who's the bosun, and Charles Miner, who's the bosun's mate. That's at the start of Chapter 9 Escape. It seems like it's pretty well right after the Kraken. And he asks where his mate is. So, you know, whether that's his friend or his actual, like, if he's the bosun's mate. He asks for him and refers to him as the Frenchman, and they say he got tore apart by the beast. The only person I really noticed get torn apart by the beast, we've confirmed as being a completely separate person. So, let's go see Abigail. Because she died in the very last section of this. Because she was out on the deck when she shouldn't have been. Yeah, so I'm assuming this is Martin, because we know who he is, we know who they are. Here's this fucking guy again, who I can never figure. Alright, so we're looking for somebody being torn apart. This guy has already been torn apart. Who are you? Actually, you know what? Let's go back to square one for a second. Because I don't remember what all of these positions mean, and knowing the positions has actually ended up being helpful a couple of times. And I haven't reviewed this for a bit. Alright, so we know what a captain is. Mate's an officer that supports or assists their superior. General mates help run the ship and serve the captain's request. Tradesmen mates serve their supervisor. Okay, so a bosun is in charge of general crew operations and the equipment required to sail the ship. So, like, I could see the dude who I can't figure out. He might be the bosun, honestly. Just because usually when you see him, he's in important places, and where action is happening, he usually has, like, he's about the only person you see that carries 2 pistols on him. So he'd have armory access, which would make sense if he is in charge of equipment. I have him listed as the gunner, but that hasn't proven correct so far. What's a purser? An administrative official, accounts for all cargo value and trade transactions. Manages a small item store for the crew. Oh. So if the purser accounts for cargo, then at the very beginning, if we have, I think there's not a lot of people in the beginning scenes when there's the loose cargo incidents. I think I've got a lot of them identified just by percentage. So I wonder if we could figure out the purser, because the purser would be there during a cargo loading, I would assume. We know who the surgeon is. I don't know who the carpenter is. Maintaining the integrity of the ship's wooden structures. I haven't noticed anybody doing any work on the wood, but we'll see. Helmsman is pretty straightforward. Rated seaman, control of the wheel and general navigation. Steward is just somebody who serves. Midshipman, officer in training, assists various officers and tradesmen in order to learn operations, usually privileged. Topman they work up in the sails and the rigging. Seaman is a low-level crew member responsible for pretty much everything on or below deck. Rigging is the ropes. The main deck is the top. The gun deck is where, the guns are. The orlop deck, mid-deck above the lowest, containing storage cabins, animal pens, and the ship's steering tiller. Okay. So, okay. Your picture's clear. You get clubbed at the very end by the captain. Okay. Alright. So who else is getting torn apart? This guy is also everywhere. I don't think he's the Frenchman because this isn't how he dies. We see him later and he's injured. Oh, this is the dude that dies in the chair. So, maybe. Is this the Frenchman? Yeah, and I don't even know what happens to him. I think he's one of the people that disappears. All right, let's see what happens if I. Well, no, that's what I thought. I guess met an unknown fate. I don't know if he was crushed, expired, exploded. Yeah, I don't really know how I'd put this since we don't actually see. Uh, yeah, I don't know. That's why I haven't been able to get to the bottom of his. I guess let's look up. Is there anybody up anywhere? You. Who are you? You're getting carried off. Oh, you're this guy again. Okay. So that's how you die, is by Kraken, presumably, because you're a disappearance, right? Yeah, you're one of the disappearances. That's where we were earlier. What fate befell them? Uh, this is all we get, so I'm not sure. Maybe he's the Frenchman and he gets torn apart. Let's say by a beast. And you're the bosun's mate. No? Okay, well, it's all I've got to work on. Until I find more definitive evidence of somebody being torn apart. In order to prove to be the Frenchman. Because he disappears, and this is the last chapter here, so... I don't actually know what happens to a lot of these people. Because there's definitely... Like in that one scene where the lady is getting kidnapped, and in the last part of the escape chapter, the second to last one, like there's people in and around lifeboats. So it's assumed that, they probably use the lifeboats, get away. But if they get away on a lifeboat and you presume they're alive, you have to know where they went. Which actually I want to see. Okay. Do I have any of these people locked in? Yes, I have Paul. I have Leonid. This freaking guy. Oh, I can never figure out. That guy gets... Wait a minute, aren't you Nichols? No, you're not Nichols. Yeah. So it's this... That's Edward Nichols' second mate. It's the other dude with the fancy hat. Where'd he go? There he is. I wonder if maybe he's the fourth mate. Because, I mean, it's not just because he's wearing a hat, but just like that was an officer's thing, was wearing these sorts of headgear. So I wonder, maybe that dude was the carpenter, because he always seems to be around wooden stuff. But anyway, that's not what I wanted to check. Actually, let's go to the end. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I don't remember why, but I'm pretty sure I know which of these two is which. I just don't know where they went, because it's assumed they get out on a lifeboat. The surgeon goes with them. Still have no idea where they go. I tried inputting different things. So I guess, let's see. Okay, Atlantic Leg. There's Bitter Cold. The end. There's Escape. Because I tried Canary Islands. I tried Azores. I tried Britain. I tried Europe. I guess I don't know if I tried Africa. But Africa and Cape Verde seem the least likely. So, okay. We're gonna go back to the Kraken searching then. You weren't the Kraken. Were you the Kraken? Yes. Oh, he gets blown up. That's who he is. Yeah, because that's Pete. That's his friend that tries to pull him back. That's how he figured out who Pete even is. You're this dude that gets ripped in half. Is there anybody up top that we can see whatsoever? Oh, yeah, who are you? Okay, you are unaccounted for. Let's see. Possibly drown or fell. Let's go with fell. Overboard. Rigging. I guess let's go with rigging. Fell from the rigging to his death. Okay. So he would be a topman. Let's see. Okay. And I would guess Omid Ghul from Persia. Just because he's the only one that of the topmen up here that looks distinctly like he's from a different culture. Because that is a thing that's been proven to be pretty helpful. For all the danger in making guesses on who they are based on how they look. Yeah, so you can see a lot of these people. I should know who they are. Like their pictures are clear. Wait a minute. Okay. So Christian Wolf, I believe he's the one I suspect to be the gunner. I forget why, but for a while I thought he was the Frenchman. But Gunner and presumably Gunner's mate blasted with a cannon by an unknown attacker, and there is a body near them. Wait, no. Who was it that was crushed? It was Abraham Akbar. I think that might be it, because I think it was Abraham lit the fuse, and then the Kraken messed things up. Okay. That's tentative. But if that's the case, then that counts for both of them. They're probably not even remotely close. Okay. So, you fall to your death. Do you even appear really anywhere? You appear in a lot of places. Holy crap. Where do you show up first? Okay. So he must be in here. So what's his number then? What is his number in the register? If I'm right, and that's who this is. Okay, Omid Ghul. 36. Okay. So 36 is what we need to remember. We have a way that is kind of a stretch, but might be able to confirm that at least I have that one decently right. Because I think it's this one. Nope. Way wrong. Yeah, because this is the dude that the guy gets hung for killing. There's the gem that he takes. Or a shell? Is that a shell? It must be a shell.
Senor Nichols, is that you? What are you doing down here?
Yeah.
Hello, yes.
Yeah, so we know Nichols.
Just, sorting some things. Watch your step. Here, let me help you.
Yep. Stabs him because he'd already knocked out the guard and was trying to steal whatever that shell is. So that's the dude that got murdered. Okay, let's... Oh boy. Here we go. It was you. You are the one who I suspect lit the fuse that killed the other two. So if I can get over there, I want to make sure that you are who I think you are. Can I not? Come on, let me... Oh, for crying out loud. this should be... Yeah. Yeah, okay, Abraham Akbar. Yeah, Belay Spark. So I think he would be the one to have lit it. And they're here, about to get blown to smithereens. He's down here. Even though he's a topman, for some reason he's down here. And you. Yeah, okay, I thought I was pretty sure you were Brennan. Okay, who else? Is there anybody else down here that I might have not noticed whatsoever? No, a lot of people are up or in the back half of the ship. Okay, cool. This isn't what I came here to see, so apologies for the bouncing. Okay, so the body I need is down another set of stairs. Because I'm still ultimately working towards number 36. Because he's the other bundled body down here. Yeah, because you died of disease. Okay, there's 54. There's 40 something. 56, 55, 57, 58. Yeah, and I can't get any Oh, that's right. Wait a minute. There is one distinguishing feature from the hammocks that we need to keep an eye out for. And it's one of these dudes has an arm dangling out, and it has a tattoo that's pretty prominent. This guy. Whoever that is, if we see that too of a lady pop up at all, he's number 37, which would mean that you would be number 36. No, 36 would be across the way. But it says the dude is present. Okay, there's 36. So it says he's present in this scene. So this might be our guy. Okay, I feel decently enough. I mean, there's so many if, ands, or buts here that are all just going to be conjecture. So, alright. Shit, what was that number? 57, right? Was the guy with the tattoo? I think that's who it was 57. 37. I should remember that. That's a number that is fairly important to me. Okay, so 37. Maybe it's in one of the sketches. I don't remember if I even checked that before. But if we see somebody who has rolled up sleeves and a tattoo of a woman in a dress, that's gonna be our guy. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, noted. Nathan Peters, I want to check. Oh, no. Nathan Peters is probably not going to be him, although I guess I don't know. I think he gets away, because he's the one that clubs that dude from the front that I mentioned earlier. But that's why I started in this scene, since there were so many people assembled. I had been hoping that we'd be able to see that tattoo show up somewhere, but we don't. Who else is around for you? I remember the general scene, but I don't remember a lot of the peripheries. Sometimes you can go surprisingly far, which means people are there to help you determine them. Yeah. It's the surgeon. Pretty sure that's Martin. Yep. I've got them more or less sorted. This fucking music, though. And I think some of it is just like, at least some of the deductions to be had, I think may well just have to do with like, this is more or less a regular day. This isn't a Kraken attacking the ship. people who are around here are probably people that are normally stationed here. Like there's the Formosan royalty and his guard. And they have an entire little private cottage back there. Okay. So wait a minute. Is there anything there now? So what deck are we on? We're on the one with the weird name, the Orlop deck. Okay. So Orlop deck, I want to go there, and we'll see if that's still covered. Are we on the Orlop deck? Okay, no, that's just a regular space. Okay. There's no numbers like the hammocks. So these are, it didn't even occur to me, but those are the fancy places to be. This one I appreciated. We got a memory because it's the cow that's dead. Nobody actually died in it. Actually, we might get to see some forearms. Maybe we'll see a tattoo. So here's the whole Bitter Cold chapter as a recap for you. They're butchering a cow, and dear old Charlie can't take it.
One swing. Get true to skull in stone or brain. I'll cut her throat when you've done it. Here? Yeah. Come on before she
There's
takes
the
off.
surgeon with his monkey. That led us here. And here's you guys still sitting there.
All right there, sir.
Never been on a farm, John?
Mind your shoes now.
I don't know what it is, but something about that one dude's line, like I appreciate the writing of the line, just making it sound very genuinely like dudes giving each other shit. But also just the way it's voice acted. I feel like whoever the voice actor is for that crewmate just nailed that one particular line incredibly well, that it just rings really nicely in the back of my mind of just, oh, never been on a farm before, Charlie. Just cracks me up. Yep, and you're the surgeon's mate. I do believe we have you ID'd for real. Yeah, we do. Okay. We're gonna have to look at some spider deaths soon, I think, which is unfortunate. Are you the dude that gets crushed? You're not the... Which dead guy are you? There might be spiders in this one. I don't remember who he is. Just as a content warning. This is new. Holy shitballs, this is new. I haven't seen this one before. Okay, alright. Hey, we found a new one. That's the artist. He gets killed by the Kraken. That's the butcher. Who are you bringing down? Okay. Don't we have you already? I thought. That fucking guy again. At least I'm pretty sure this one's new. We'll know in a second. Yeah, this is new. Nice! We got a new one. Fucking finally. Holy crap, that took a while. Okay, Unholy Captives. Yeah, I'd guessed for a while. I forget why. Oh, because I think I saw him in a hammock, so I knew his number. But I never knew what happened to him. It looks like he got crushed? Maybe by cargo? No, that's not cargo. That's... No, he wasn't clubbed either. Eaten, electrocuted, expired, exploded. I mean, maybe fell down the stairs. Struck? Oh, by whose tail or wing? Okay, so I haven't had any need for that. I don't know if all of these are in here specifically to be used, or if some of them are just red herring death causes that we never end up using. But I have not seen anybody killed by or even an attack by an animal that has a wing or a hoof or a tail, unless you maybe count the kraken or spiders. So I'm going to say he fell down the stairs. Yeah. That's the best I got for now. Okay, and this will show us where the next one is. Good, 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 good. This guy has been in a lot, but I have no idea who he is. Did I look and see who you are? Yeah, okay. Wait, I'm not supposed to know who you are? Okay. Wait. Yeah, it's... Wait a minute. Do I have him right? Where's my guy down here? What does that look like versus... Okay, it just looks the same. Yeah, okay. Damn, I was hoping that I thought for some reason that the frame around the zoom in picture looked different if they were correct, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, and who are you? You're this person, Pete? No. Okay, just unknown. Because we haven't seen him until recently, so I don't know if he dies in this chapter or if he died somewhere else and I just missed it. But okay. Alright, well, I'll pay attention so we can see. Yeah, definitely you. I mean, at least he dies by falling down the stairs, it looks like. Alright, and the horribly inefficient mistrail. But we're getting there. And look, it comes right back down here. That's why I don't follow it anymore. It apparently also cares if you're standing in its way. That happened last time. I was fairly surprised. Alright, let's see how this dude tumbles. Multiple?
What's your foot in?
Hey there, what's this? Give him to me and I can fry us a solid meal, boys.
Careful now. Take it slow.
What's it, gentlemen? There's a free shell here. Let's have a look.
No, get back.
Oh, okay. Those are shrimp? Horrible sea things? You must be the cook then. Meanwhile, everybody else is just like, oh, huh. Who are you? I don't think I've seen him before at all. That throws them off. Gets him squished. You don't die here. The coats. Those coats to me say steward. Like junior officer privilege. They say to me lieutenant. Which was different in the British Navy, but just like the vibe you get that only, unless you're super immersed in people from military backgrounds, if you don't have a lot of experience with military backgrounds, you can't explain what that tells me. That implies lieutenant to me really means. It's a hard one. Okay, who is this? How did they die? Well, we finally get struck by, I'm assuming that's a tail and not a wing. Let's go with Thomas Sefton Cook. Yes! All right. Look at us go. So we got Thomas. Thomas is good. We got William fell down the stairs. Okay. Christian Wolf was blasted. So that means, oh, the other guy might still be correct because he might not have actually died. He might have fallen overboard. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna check falling overboard and see. Because it's weird to me if I got one of these right but not the other. So yeah, I want to do fell overboard. Unfortunately, that does mean every time we get that, okay, none of my other things that I have put in here are correct. Because it's every third, so you have to have 3 and then it resets to you have 0 correct. So that's always good. Who are you? I'm pretty sure I know who you are. Oh! Yeah, this one's weird. So the same chapter. The same chapter. So we have the guys falling down the stairs here, but the only other scene I've seen from this chapter, does it go straight to it? Yeah, it does. It's so weird. Okay. And that's the cargo deck. I might need to go back and look at this one and see if I can go down some stairs somewhere. Because what happens after this guy that I was just looking at, who I have tentatively put as John Naples, I don't remember why. Oh, they say his name. Uh, yeah. It's all fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg? Yeah, so for some reason, we have the guy who got him fully ID'd, I believe. But shortly after this happens, this guy just gets his leg cut off, I guess, by somebody that went insane, is kind of the implication. So wherever he's going right now, I think that's what's about to happen to him. So he's probably about to go down into the cargo deck, which should be down there. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Now that's a take. And who the fuck are you? I don't know if I've seen you at all. Oh, I have. Just not for a while because I figured out who you were. Yep, exploded. Because I have Peter confirmed. So you have to be Thomas Lanky. Knifed by an officer. And who did I say this dude is? I wasn't sure. That's right. John Davies is really... I don't think... I'm trying to remember what this guy sounds like when we've heard him, because we've heard him speak a few times. I don't think he's Scottish. So John Davies, 4th mate. Okay. All right. I might go ahead and killed by John Davies, 4th mate. Let's go with that. And if that's correct, we only need one more correct thing to do. Wait a minute. What? How? Okay, so this must be the other dude then. Yeah, okay, so there is weird shit happening up here. Yeah, because the body's getting thrown overboard. What the fuck? Oh, those are the spikes from the spiders before the spiders attack. If you see some of the dead guys that we've encountered so far, and they're just like standing up against the wall awkwardly, they were pinned there by weird giant spiders that were also kind of possessed by people spirits. I think they're weird. Nobody says anything about people riding the spiders. You find the spiders' dead bodies, but in these flashbacks, it looks like some weird apparition is riding them. But they hurl those little pokey spikes at people. Very cool. Very cool. We're making progress, but it is time, I think, for us to take our first wellness break of the stream. So, yeah, we're going to do that. It's been about an hour. That's what I try to shoot for. And hopefully by now, y'all know the drill. But just in case you don't, we do breaks a little differently than what you might be used to in the sense that I have goats in real life, not just in many farming video games that I love. And particularly, I have one goat named Dear Sweet Millie, and Dear Sweet Millie loves it when you take care of yourself. However, she hates it when you don't. And she knows when people aren't taking care of themselves. I don't know how, she just does. And you don't want to disappoint her, there are consequences to it. So the way to avoid that is to just do something nice for yourself. It doesn't have to be one of the things on the list here. It could be, something catered a little more to whatever you need today or have needed for a while. You could listen to your favorite song and try and get that little earworm you heard on the radio out of your head. That's a little more complicated of a thing, but you could do it. We're going to run. I probably won't run ads this time. I'll spare you that, but it'll still probably be about 3 minutes of a break, 3 to 5. So we'll go ahead and take your wellness break, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you back in just a couple minutes. Okay, welcome back. I hope everybody had a good wellness break. I hope you managed to appease dear sweet Billy for all of our sakes. Let's get back to solving some crimes, huh? Or I guess not all crimes. Well, hello, Starfire. Good to see you. How are you today? Make sure. Okay, you can see the game. Streamlabs is cooperating. But yeah, what's good with you today? We are solving some very strange and difficult deaths. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this game, but I've never played it before this run, so it's interesting. Good at work. Hey, well, I hope work's going okay for you. I mean, it's Thursday, so even if it's not, there's only one more day. If you get normal weekends, I know not everybody does. How about yourself? How's it going? It's going good. It's going really good. Um, I love this game, even if I flounder and struggle hard. The pets are good. I had a sick goat that I was worried about, and she's still doing okay, so I'm doing pretty alright, all things considered. Um, it is, thank you, and I have off tomorrow. Oh, nice! Love to hear that. Do you have any fun plans for your off day? Um, oh, yeah, while I'm waiting for delay to go through. Another fun thing is my wife and I, we didn't buy a car because we didn't have to pay for it yet, but we ordered a car back on Thanksgiving weekend just because it wasn't in stock, and really the fastest way to make sure we got what we wanted was to just have them make the car at the assembly facility for us, so it's never going to be taken onto a sale lot dealership. That's the one. It's never going to go to a dealership to be possibly sold to somebody else. But it was just I don't know, it could be 4 months, it could be eh, because it's a horrible time to buy a car right now, even still after peak COVID, still very bad. Um, but my wife found out today that it's looking like it'll be either ready for us to pick up or at least on the ship coming over from the assembly facility outside of the states at the end of next month. So either one, that's good news because we hadn't had anything. So pretty great. Uh, oh, I'm sorry your goat is sick. Me too. Me too. She's a sweetie. Unfortunately, she's just never been the most resilient animal. So she's just kind of had a run of bad luck of one thing after another, and she's kind of on thin ice, but she's been surviving on thin ice for over a week now, so I think she's actually, I'm hoping, maybe on the mend. So we'll see. I go out there every day trying not to expect anything one way or the other, just because she really was on the brink of losing her for a bit, but so far doing all right, and I think she is actually recovering decently. So yeah, yeah, all things are good, doing good. And tomorrow, I don't know if this is really your niche of nerdery, Star, but I'm very big into Dungeons and Dragons, and I have a D&D group meeting tomorrow night, so that's going to be a ton of fun. On the car, by the way, not your goat being sick. I assumed so. I would hope you weren't congratulating me on having an animal in poor shape. Oh yeah, no. It's for whatever reason the broadcasts just have a delay. I've done everything in my power with the settings to minimize it, so I know it's there and that's okay. I will never hold that against anybody. It's all good, but I hope your day's been going all right. Oh wait, I missed if you said. But do you have anything fun planned for your day off tomorrow before I get back in the game? I meant to ask, and I don't think I did. Oh, I got stopped because I have always wanted to get into D&D. Oh, really? Oh, really? Okay. Well, I'll save some time later on, whether at the end of stream, uh, this stream, or you're on the Discord. I can just send you a thing in Discord. Um, I might stream tomorrow, but not sure. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for you. I'm going to be streaming at about this time tomorrow afternoon, but depending on when you're on, as long as I'm not in my own stream and I'm not on in D&D session tomorrow night, I'm stopping in. I promise you, I'll be there. I might not be able to do much more than lurk, but I'll be there. Uh, if you do, please don't feel like you need to stream just because I said I'd be there. Not that, whatever. If you don't want to stream, don't stream. I'll catch you whenever you're on. Yeah, after that wonderful display of social floundering, um, yeah, I think it'd be a good day to stream if you have it off, if you got the brain power for it. And yeah, sometime I'll touch base with you in the Discord server about seeing if we can't help you find a way to get into D&D. It's a lot of fun. If nothing else, I could probably put you together with somebody that wants to do a one-shot where it's just a self-contained story that you all do in one sitting. So it's not one of the long games that takes forever to play. Yes, please. So excited. Okay, cool. No, there's a lot of us here in this channel. A lot of my regular viewers and I are all big D&D nerds. So you've got a lot of people to help learn if you're not familiar with it, but you want to give it a shot. A lot of really good people for it. So that's cool. I'm always happy to encourage people into a hobby I love so much. Actually, the stream I was supposed to do yesterday that I just wasn't really feeling very well for, the D&D games that I've been running for quite a while now, I made my own world, just a fictional world to play D&D in, and I still work on it and try and build it up one little piece at a time. And so that's what my Wednesday afternoon streams are going to be going forward, are just a little bit of time to do world building. It's not necessarily going to be here's how to play D&D, and it's not going to be like this is a group of people playing D&D, but it's going to be I feel like it's a hobby I get a lot of fun out of that I wish I knew was a thing people consider a hobby long before I found it, which is just world building. So, uh, I tell a lot of stories from D&D while we're in there, and we just hang out and chat fantasy nerd stuff, so it's a lot of fun. Okay, I'll be honest. I do not have a lot of knowledge on it, but it's been something I've been wanting to try and have it as a hobby. That's that's okay. I mean, everybody starts somewhere, even if you have zero base knowledge. I know people who would absolutely love to help you learn, and I'm one of them. I just can't promise I have the time, and I tend to over explain a lot of things. So I know that's kind of a flaw of mine that not everybody appreciates when you're trying to learn something like D&D, but really, in order to play the game itself, there's a lot of fine little tidbits to pick up on to really like get in the swing of it that just come naturally. You don't have to go looking for them. But overall, it's fairly simple. And the best part about it is if you have a dungeon master or a game master, whichever they call themselves, that is experienced, as long as you just say, here's what I want to do, how do I do it, they'll tell you what you need. So it's pretty straightforward. It's a lot of fun. But I'm going to talk about that all streams. So feel free to keep doing whatever. You can ask questions about D&D, but if you don't mind, I'm going to keep trying to solve a lot of deaths. Starting with these two guys. Do you know this game really at all? I guess I should ask, otherwise I'll give you the rundown. Return of the Obra Dinn being the name, in case you do not know. I know it's hard to see at the top of the screen sometimes since it's just black and white. You do not know this game. Okay. So the game is graphic. Like, we're investigating a lot of deaths on a ship of 60 people that went missing for 5 years, and then it just turned up again and nobody was on it, at least not alive. And so we're trying to figure out what happened. And this fun little stopwatch we have gives us a flashback in time to the moment that an individual person or pair of people like this died, if they died at the same time. So we're about to go back. We'll hear a little bit of audio that will be from that moment, but there's no video of it. It is just one still shot, and we get to walk around it and interact with it. And it's a lot of really subtle clues because we have to piece together like who a person is and how they died and if it wasn't like they found or like they fell down the stairs, if it's like, oh, they were shot, okay, who by? Who shot them? And if I don't know who that other person is, I can't officially put this person in as finished until I know. So it's a lot of subtleties. There are some really cool ways that you have to infer some stuff. And the game tells you you're not going to know everything with perfect evidence. You're going to have to do some guesswork and make some assumptions and go back and change them. So it's cool. I enjoy murder mysteries. Well, this is a game I think you'll get a kick out of. Because this isn't my first stream of it. I have 2 previous iterations. So if you wanted to watch it from the beginning, by all means, you can go back and do that sometime. Um, it's it's a lot of fun. It's such a unique way to tell a story. Sorry, forgot how to talk for a second and breathe. But I think the best way to show you is just to show you.
What the hell is going on? What do you know about these things? About the chest and your dead friends?
这是虾米？回来的，全部讲出来，拢是恁害啦！迄个害的较比人无过好，是啥人本事？We talk about a shell. Very dangerous.
Shell? What shell?
Oh! Very dangerous indeed, I suppose. Okay. Wild. Alright, so there's that thing. So these all tie into each other, but over inconsistent gaps in time. Alright, so well, there's 3 dead people. Okay, noted. He got hit. Oh, they both got hit by a spine getting thrown out by this thing, because it can do that. He's dodging, barely. Okay. So we have a time limit to do our initial look, but then we can come back and look around. Okay. Okay, so I'm supposed to know who this is. So you see how in the 2 pictures, one of them, this one up here is blurry, but this one is more clear and defined. When they're clear like this means whatever else I've been exposed to, even if I noticed it or not, I have technically been able to access everything I need to know who this is and how they died, and all the details needed. And most of the time it's just I have no idea who this person is or how I'm supposed to figure it out. So it's a lot of really fun stuff, but let's hop back out. Actually, no, there's more talking in this one I think than anyone. So take it below. About the chest and your dead friends. What are these monsters? Where are they from? You must tell us everything. This is your fault. The shell must be protected. We will all die. So the shells are super problematic, or I guess the one, because that's what's in that chest that they're moving. And somebody tries to steal it later, gets busted, commits a murder, blames it on somebody else, that person gets executed, and then I don't know if they actually leave with it. I think they do. I think they steal one of the lifeboats and get out with this shell. But then there's reference to some of them later on, like maybe it didn't get taken. But okay. So here's the surgeon. He's looking over all the dead people. Do I know who any of you are? Wait a minute, really? No way. Oh, there's no way. Holy shit. Okay. I might. Are you? Oh, what the fuck? So they're dead, right? I think we can agree that these three people are dead, right? They said that you have dead friends. We see each of them alive later in this chapter, like in other events that take place chronologically after this. Because most of the reveals of these scenes and the evidence is done from the end of the voyage, moving forward through time. So you start with the very last couple people to learn how the game mechanics work, and then you go back a little bit further when there were a little more people still alive, and then a little more people still alive. So it's an interesting way to do it. Yeah, they're very unalive. That dude doesn't have a hand anymore. But so that scene that we saw when it was the guy holding the woman hostage, they shot that one dude and they were loading the other guy onto a boat. This is the dude that fired the shot. This was the woman he was holding captive, and this is the dude that was being like escorted into a lifeboat. So what the fuck? Wait a minute. No. I might be wrong about this guy. Yeah, no, that's right. And he's the same one that commits the murder and blames it on somebody else. Specifically, blames it on this dude's bodyguard. So this guy right here, this is the guy he blames it on, who is protecting the shell. And he gets executed. That's what this whole scene is this guy, who is him, getting executed because this fucking guy wanted the shell. This is honestly probably the most intriguing of these like little chapter plots to me, because like we've had a kraken, we've had horrifying spider monsters, we've had sickness, we've had mutiny once or twice, but this one, this is the first time we've seen anything that's like, oh, people might be coming back to life, and that might be why things are getting wild. Now I do want to see something. Who are you? Do I know you yet? No, I don't. Okay, so you die here. And you... Okay, I apologize. Well, this is a phone call I need to take real quick. I wasn't expecting it. But I'm going to put you on video highlights while I take this call. I'm sorry, it's dealing with farm logistics. So I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Sorry for the abrupt break. Oh. Oh, he knows I'm here. Haha! Well, I stunned him with a locker.
Well, that was a situation that I watched unfold.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm getting pulled off hook now.
Okay, good. Hell yeah. No, Calvin, it is creepy looking. It is dumb and it is unsettling.
I don't care how good they are, you will never see me use one of them in these games.
Hey Della, can you just do me a favor and confirm for Calvin how unsettling it is to watch a Brachiosaurus be a biped?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I personally like the little like strut that they got going. It's really awkward. Like me.
But it is unsettling, especially when you don't realize they can do it. And you just see it happening in the distance because your significant other is just walking around just like not a care in the world on this giant white Brachiosaurus, and you just see its head creeping across the horizon, and you're like, that's not moving normally. What is wrong?
I'm trying to look over the edge and it's not
I see purple crystals. Oh, bye.
Oh
Are you-
no! Oh no! No! Well, I almost died.
You survived that?
Okay.
Hot damn, dude. Do you want me to bring your dinosaur down to you?
This is not great.
All the cuddles.
Apologize in advance. I'm walking Petrie around.
Okay, thank you for the heads up. Oh no, you're walking Petrie around, aren't you? God damn it.
You walk, Petrie. You do it. Hey guys. I just
Yeah.
got a very expensive dermis.
Oh no.
What'd you get? Oh, a rock drake.
No. An albino alpha wyvern.
Ooh. Hell yeah.
It landed in the snow and now it regrets it.
I'm gonna leave Petrie like this.
Yeah, that's fair. I still have an ash to hatch, by the way. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to find me one of those at some point. Not today, necessarily, unless they show up naturally. Oh, God, Pez! Della?
What?
Pez is doing something different, and it is horrible.
What?
Do you not see Pez right there in the ceiling?
She's on the bed.
She is? Did you put her on the bed?
No, she ghosted up there by herself. Yes, I put her up on the bed.
Okay, well, I don't see her on the bed. I see her as sticking through the floor.
Oh.
Yeah, look at my stream. Look at my stream and tell me what that looks like. It looks like she just got like the
Oh my
exorcisted
God.
up onto the ceiling.
This now makes sense as to why you had the reaction that you did.
Yeah, right?
I had nothing. I was like,
I'm coming. I'm not missing out on the slug race. Crouched, ready to go. On your marks, get set. I think that was go.
yeah, it was.
Oh no, I think I'm gonna lose. I think I'm losing slug race. Oh, I might be ahead of Michaela. Oh god, Calvin's got it. Nice. What a start to the night.
Who brought a ghost?
Oh. We can watch birds. I can't. And now we wait? Is that... What is that? Okay. Oh! The man is gone. That's a shame. I was gonna help him become a bird. Do I just have to sit here? I'm gonna sit here while I drink something. We'll see if anything happens or if the game's just trolling us. Holy shit! Y'all see the size of that fucking pigeon? Like, fuck! The thing was massive! We have a kaiju pigeon in the redwoods. Who'd have thought? Oh, kaiju pigeons. I just realized I'm wearing the same shirt I was for that stream. Turning it back over to the live feed, and it looks exactly the same in my little corner. So I apologize very much for the delay. Sorry, I'm making sure the game gets back up so you can see it. I wasn't expecting to get a hay delivery today, but it's gonna need to happen today. So stream is unfortunately gonna have to be fairly short. I've probably only got maybe an hour or so left. So I'm gonna do the best I can, but then I'm gonna need to call it early so I can go help unload some hay. Make sure my goats get fed while it's cold. So yeah, sorry about that. Let's not waste any more time then. We'll do what we can. Alright, so this is all getting absolutely fucking wild. It's okay. I also sadly must go back now, but definitely need to check out your VOD later. Okay. Well, Star, sorry I couldn't say goodbye to you proper before, but yeah. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. I'm looking forward to chatting with you about this and D&D and other stuff in the future. It's good to see you again. All right, but let's see where we're at. What the? Okay, that's his bag. For some reason, it looked like anything else. Okay, so who's on the anchor here? These guys. Wait, are you someone I have yet? Oh, hey, look at you. Nathan Peters. Who you? Okay, we know you, and we know you. You're Lars. Okay. Okay, I'm supposed to know you. What? Yeah, he's shown up in a lot. And I don't know how he dies. So what about this other dude up close? Okay, so you're the dude that ends up getting blasted out the side. You're the guy whose foot gets cut off at the end of this chapter, who we saw running around earlier. You're that dude. You are the one who I can never fucking figure out. And who are you? Are you somebody I should be able to do? You're the guy that gets electrocuted. Okay. So I'm not supposed to know who he is yet. But him, I am. And also... I mean, she has to be fucking dead here, right? I'm not gonna put anything yet. Yeah, so here's Nichols. Maybe they weren't back to life at all. Maybe these were the apparitions riding the spiders. Okay, so 5 people die in this chapter. Specifically die, it's not that they get away. Or fate undetermined, I think is more accurate. On the gun deck, on the Orlop deck, on the cargo deck. Okay, so I do have this one. I do have this one correct. So he was torn apart. Alright, where's my next body? That's not going to shed any light on that chapter, because there's nothing new to discover there. Oh shit, where'd it go? There it is. Look away for half a second. But we are running out of flashbacks, so pretty soon we're going to have access to everything we need. It's just going to be a matter of me actually reading what I need to read out of it, which is going to be suspect.
Ahoy! Ahoy! Wait! Don't shoot! I have treasure! I yield!
Hold your fire!
Oh. No, so this does take place after. Right. Okay, because Murder is Chapter 3. Murder is Chapter 3. It's a fucking... It's a mermaid. Or it's a merfolk of some kind. I could not tell that. Okay, so he's dead. Is that her? That has to be her. Unless that's... No. Unless she's back here? Yes, she is with more of the... 3 more of the merfolk. Okay. So who shoots him? Ah, ha, 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 ha. Okay, somebody wanting vengeance. That's who fucking shoots him. I was forgetting the order of things. So this is after they take him and leave. So nobody came back to life. I was thinking it was before for some reason. I don't know why I thought that. Okay, the calling. This is the last one. I think it's the only one that we don't have information about besides the one that says you need to return the book to me in order to learn. Okay, Edward Nichols met an unknown fate. No, he didn't. He got fucking shot with a gun by somebody I don't know. But who else is here? Who are you? I'm not sure. Also, who are you? You're this other dude. Are you John Davies? Probably not. I do think he's an officer, though, just the hat. So unless, I don't think he's a steward. Okay. But yeah, they're already fucking toast. The shell is apparently just a straight up cursed object. Okay, so let's see how he died. Very far away from here, I would imagine. Unless he died like as soon as they got in the water. Okay. Y'all, this is nuts. Oh. Okay, so he's hauling in the merfolk. He goes back to the ship wanting to yield, saying I have treasure because he's like, fuck this. I don't want any part of being out on the sea anymore. He has no hand because it looks like he tried to take the shell. And maybe he did. Unless that's the shell, or there's more than one, because that's empty, and that's where it was. I don't see it. What in the fuck is going on? Okay. I don't know if that's enough to say that he died from burning, though, because, I mean, like, yeah, that's a shitload of blood loss. He got burned down to the bone on his arm, but I don't know if that counts. 5 parts to this. Okay, well, I imagine we'll learn more about him in the next one, which is probably Miss Lim's body. Yup. If nothing else, before we have to cut stream off early, hopefully we can get through all of these flashbacks, so then everything else is just deductions going forward from reviewing all of our evidence. Come on, dude, I know where you're gonna be. Hurry it up. Don't you be getting all mystical. Cause like mist? I think I'm funny. Wait, who the hell are you? That's how you die. I was wondering what happened to him. He's been popping up everywhere for so long. Okay, and he reaches in, and I guess... Are they mermaid eggs in there? Or what's up with these shells? Whatever he's reaching in there and grabbing is killing everything. Nichols is being a Heidi boy. Miss Lim has just gotten speared. Looks like in the neck by a Murph. No, that's not Miss Lim. Who are you? Alright, some dude I've never noticed before. So wait, are we looking at his death or her death? Well, it's hers, but what even happened? She was... Huh. I mean, the guy next to her was getting killed, but it looked like she was already dead. At an unknown fate. I mean... kind of looked like she just got spiked. Maybe not spiked. Speared, struck. I don't know. Let's take a closer look now that we have a little more time. Yeah, cause that's the mermaid. What's doing the killing? Yeah, she already looks dead. He's burning everything. Huh. Alright. Are we finally gonna learn who you are? Maybe. Oh, Hagen.
Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake!
Oh, Hagen, can you still row? Oh, she got bit. Okay. So you're being just pulled over. So which one would be O'Hagan? Probably this one. No, not O'Hagan. I guess maybe him. And whoever this dude is looks like he just gets pulled over. Probably eaten. Oh, did he have a knife in hand? Okay. Oh, hey, can you still breathe in? Can you row? Help. Nichols, sir, shoot him for God's sake. Okay, so I read... Where is Nichols from? I thought he was from England. England, yeah. Okay, so O'Hagan. I'm not sure which one that is, but who else is from Ireland, I guess? Samuel Gilligan, second... Oh, Galligan, second mate steward. Which one's the second mate? Is that Martin? No, that's Nichols. Okay, so that's got to be who he is. Because he's Irish, but he's not O'Hagan. Okay. So yeah, this must be Samuel Galligan. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Samuel Galligan. Looks like he was stabbed. He was knifed. I'm going to wait. I just want to make sure that's what I'm seeing. I think it is. Right? Oh, yeah, I think in the previous one, I think he had a knife in his neck. Still have no clue who this dude is, though, so we can't fully ID it. So he got knifed. Okay. But Miss Lynn got bit. Burned, alive, axe, burned, clawed, clubbed, crushed, I guess eaten? There's not just bit. Was cannibalized. just gonna say by an enemy. Maybe they count as a beast. I don't know. Say an enemy, but I don't know if that's cannibalizing. Struck whose tail wing. That's the only thing I can think of for she got bit. Burned, clawed, clubbed, crushed, decapitated, drowned. I just don't want to miss it. So bear with me here while I look. Okay. Poison, speared, spiked. I mean, strangled maybe. No, I would think eaten. Okay. Yeah, this really went to shit for them. And then one of you is O'Hagan. Am I supposed to know you yet? Maybe. Am I supposed to know you yet? Yes, I'm supposed to know both of you. Fuck. But he asked, can you row? I'm gonna guess this is O'Hagan. Because I doubt he's asking the guy getting pulled overboard if he's good enough to row. Is that which one you were? Yeah, okay. That's my guess. Patrick O'Hagan. Oh, and hey, look at that. He's our next body.
Keep rowing!
Where is it? There!
Bang.
Something there!
I see it!
Give us a weapon! Shoot it! Mike and I!
Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
Okay, yeah. So that's probably the can you still row was initially after that happened, not being able to see. Wait, who are you? Oh. It looks like he's probably drowned. Yeah, I don't know who you are, but it looks like you're probably getting pulled over. He's already been stabbed. Oh! He's using the mermaid spear to cut his ropes. Nice. Okay, but bang. That's who you are. From Formosa. Ibangxia. I would say he burned? I don't really know what else that would count as, because he kind of did it to himself. Okay, well, this should give us our little loop out here pretty quick. Make sure I haven't missed notice from my hey guy. My phone is over here. Okay, not yet. Oh, okay, there's the knife that Bang uses. I didn't even see him. Huh, okay. So there's part 2. There's only one other one, and then I think that's everything. Oh, I missed the Russian. I think it's the other dude. Where is he? You? No. I don't suppose one of you has a tattoo on your forearm, do you? No. Him, I think. Nope. You. Yeah. There were only like 3 Russians on the ship, and we've got one of them for sure noted. There might only be one left. I'm not sure. Okay, I don't know which one. But who's this? That's Nichols. That's whoever the hell you are, smoking a pipe. Okay. Well, we're gonna move on. I think this is the last one. And then this might be all of them. This might be the very last one. And then it's really everything we have.
We'll reach the Canaries in 3 days. You packed enough stores?
Aye, sir. Checked and loaded them myself.
Good. Stay quiet and alert. If the wind picks up, we've no chance against the Oberdin.
休假，你玩抓不？
我冇问题，但是伊个想啊，绝对袂当互伊落在水底。
那是遐个怪物出现，你绝对卖起来。
Aye, shut it up. They say strange things about monsters.
Oh. Okay. Oof. Okay, so he speaks Formosan Chinese? I don't necessarily know the distinction. Like, I've heard the name Formosa as a country, but I don't know if that's like an antiquated term or an antiquated name, and maybe even you're not supposed to use it. Not sure. But he's the interpreter. Right? No. And I'm pretty confident in the three, even just the two Formosan royalty members and Nichols. But if I have anything wrong about them, like if the guy's cause of death isn't burning, or hers wasn't being eaten by a terrible beast or an unknown enemy, or if I got the name wrong of the person that shot Nichols, none of them's gonna click and register. I have no idea who you are, but you were definitely speared. I'm just gonna say it by a foreign enemy, because I don't know what else you'd call it. I don't think he's a topman. I don't remember necessarily seeing him there. A couple of unknowns. Okay, so I guess he's probably one of the remaining 4 people from China, just since he speaks Chinese, which is, it makes sense, but also it's like, plenty of people are of Chinese descent and don't speak Chinese, or also plenty of people who aren't of Chinese or even Asian descent at all do speak Chinese. So I wonder what would have happened if it would have fallen into the ocean. Maybe that's how the Kraken came, or the spiders came. Okay. Okay, I'm pretty sure that they drown. Drowned by an enemy. No idea who you are, but at least him I might be able to find out. Was drowned by an enemy. Because if they're not a foreign enemy, they're a beast, and I really have no idea of which to say.
In there somewhere! Storm's coming! Finish your business and climb down here!
Okay, yeah, I must have them all. Because I think this is how I'm going to get access to the one missing chapter we haven't been allowed to see. Okay. Shit, which one was it? It was a bitter cold. Yes. Okay, which was the dude wrapped up. at the bottom of the stairs. Okay, alright, we're getting it, we're getting it.
Saya? Saya tuh tahu. Aku bilang.
Okay, so there's 2 Russian dudes here. Maybe it's all 3. That's probably all 3. Because this is the other dude. There's something in the music that's very subtle in the back of the right side of my headphone specifically that honestly kind of sounds like it could be a goat screaming. Okay, so I'm assuming those 2 dudes are the only other 2 guys from Russia. So I'm just gonna input them and see what happens. Okay. Actually, let's see if maybe they count as a beast. Damn. Maybe fell overboard? Poison shot, speed spikes, strangled, struck, suicide. Let's try fell overboard. No, okay. So probably drowned. By an enemy. Oh, shit. Did he drown or did he get speared? I think he drowned too. Okay. I'm gonna go check it out. Hey Calvin, I'm trying. Unfortunately, stream is gonna be getting cut somewhat short this afternoon. I have to get hay delivered today that I wasn't necessarily planning on getting delivered today. But we still have some time. And as far as winning, we're making progress. Yeah. Are you like a sole survivor or something? No, no, no. So the ship went missing for 5 years, reappeared, and there was nobody alive on it. And we happen to have a magic little pocket watch, this thing, that gives us a glimpse of the past where we hear a couple seconds of audio, and then we get a still shot of the moment the person whose remains we're looking at died. And there's clues all over them. There's 60 people. We have to figure out what happened to all of them. And we're here doing this because this is the early 1800s. This is the East India Trading Company, and we are an insurance investigator trying to figure out what happened to determine, I guess, everything about the ship and what's going on. So let's look at hers. I don't remember exactly, because this is a lot of things that are very, very close together in time. So are you... Okay. Oh. Not met an unknown fate. If I'm right about who he is, he got speared by an enemy. But so you have to figure out who they are from the ship's manifest, how they died, or if they didn't die, what did happen to them. So like his arm burns off doing whatever he's doing, and I guess that's how he dies. Which one? Not you. Not you. Okay, shit, so I'm in the wrong one, I think. Okay, so we gotta leave and come back. Oh, wait a minute. Where were the other 2? Oh, I have to go into the thing and find them, I think. So I might have to be in here. But yeah, how are you today, Calvin? It's good to see you. Okay. There we go.
Keep rowing!
你没过来啊！别这样，
Where is it? There! Something there!
I see it!
Give us a weapon! Shoot it! Mike and I!
Pick up the oars and row, you fools!
Okay. You, I think, are the other Russian dude. But so I'm good. Busy as usual. Okay. Hopefully a decent, okay, manageable level of busy. One of the fun things about this is if you have to get 3 people successfully researched fully or like successfully logged as to who they are and how they died before it locks it in and tells you, hey, you got some of them right. So you can't just put in 1 and see right away if you got it. So it's every third. Because right, I think you die by getting pulled over, right? I think they drown you. Or maybe I can't investigate it. I might not be able to investigate it. Because what's the next one? I thought it was hers. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. But there's a whole new up and coming chapter that we didn't have access to. Just here, let me take us there. This whole chapter towards the end, it's until you leave the ship and return the book to me. So I don't know how much more we'll be able to like investigate stuff after that. Just because like we'll have a missing pieces of information, yeah, but it's like, oh, okay. We do have to leave and see how it goes. So I guess sorry, I need to make sure I haven't missed a message from my hey guy saying he's on his way. Okay. All right. Yeah, Henry Evans. Bargain chapter will remain unknown to you. I possess the details within, but have elected to keep them private for now. Complete each chapter accurately and return the book by guaranteed post to the French Office of Affairs in Morocco. Morocco? Okay. Well, he's a person that went missing. He's actually a member of the crew, so that works. He's at the end of escape, and he escaped with other people. So by connection, they should also be with him in Morocco. There he is, Henry Evans, met an unknown fate. We know for a fact he's alive. UK, Middle East, Europe, West Indies, Cape Verde, Canary Islands, Atlantic Island. I mean, I would assume Africa, if it's Morocco. But yeah, so every third correct one puts you in, and I have a lot of these that I'm mildly to moderately confident that I have correct, but they're not tripping and counting. So like something in there's wrong or it's incomplete. So it's just like, ugh. It's hard. Figuring out the puzzles in this game is hard, but it is a lot of fun. Yeah, this guy was shot by Nichols. And I have no idea how to tell who he is, because he shows up twice. Once here, and once in a sketch. That's it. Those are the only times we see him. So I think he's going to have to be a process of elimination, where we're going to have to figure out other people. I don't know if this is Patrick O'Hagan. Let's see if being speared by a beast does anything. Okay, so they count as beasts and not foreign enemies. Good to know. I'll go and change that on all of them. Okay. So who else did we get then? Okay, yeah, we got Bang. who's involved there. And we got Henry Evans. Okay, sweet. He is alive in Africa, which means there are 2 others that are alive in Africa. Or 3 that are probably in Africa. Unless that's some of the stuff he has yet to tell us. So, okay, cool. We're making progress. So first up, Emily Jackson alive, let's say Africa. Miss Jane Bird alive and in Africa. I think those are their names. I can't remember why I was so confident about that, though. I think I got evidence somewhere that I'm just not remembering. Okay, the calling. You were not speared by a foreign enemy. You were speared by a beast. You were speared by a beast. Oh, right. You were knifed by Eat Bang Xia. Look at us go! They're clicking into place. Fuck yeah. Okay, so we got Samuel Galligan has been plaguing me for so long in this game. Okay, and I got those 2 alive in Africa. Okay, is that half? I think that's about half. I think we have about half of the crew sorted out and solved. Okay, but that wasn't quite all of them either. The calling was here. Not cannibalized by a foreign enemy. It would have been a beast. Was devoured by a terrible beast. That sounds more like it. He burned to death. You were shot with a gun. By... was it him? Or by him? Okay, who else was from Formosa? It must be you. Because there were only like 4 people. He perished in unholy captives. Oh, that's right. He got speared. Okay, you got spiked by a terrible beast. And then, if I'm right, that takes us back to the calling. That means that Edward Nichols was shot by that guy. Xiao Tan. Okay, okay. And it would be a beast, not a foreign enemy. Or they're flipped. There it is. Look at us. They're clicking together. Fuck yeah. I love it. We're getting it figured. Okay. Definitely over halfway now. Look at us go. Hot diggity damn. I do appreciate it making things just a tiny bit easier on us. But I think there's still somebody I needed to change something for. It was one of the terrible beasts. There we go. Drowned by a terrible beast. I think you are the last Russian. Okay, so I feel somewhat okay about that. I still have no fucking clue who this dude is. Yeah, no clue. The cook. Who do we not have? This guy. He was a topman. So who do I have left from the topman? From China. It looks like. Okay, quite a few. I'm going to have to figure out how to narrow that down. Unknown soul speared. Wait a minute, what? Aren't you Nick? Something or other? Aren't you Nicholas Botterill? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's Nicholas Botterill, speared by a foreign enemy or by a beast. Because he got speared by a spider person. Met an unknown fate. You were spiked by a terrible beast. And Daemon. I suppose maybe are you the Frenchman? It's already done for Nick, yeah. And Daemon. I don't know what language that would be. But what do we have left? Are you by chance? Nope, okay. Well, what's left? Oh, I doubt it would be a topman. Okay, well, so the nice thing about this is these names that are crossed off are also, like, they're not confirmed. So I can still see who is still an option that I have marked different. Okay. Charles Minor. And Daemon. And it could be one of our unknowns. I keep forgetting that we have those. Okay. You were strangled by a terrible beast. Okay, so where all have you shown up? Okay, so you're probably one of my top men. Unholy captives. Oh, damn it. That's not what I meant to do. Nope, that's the wrong one too. There it is. Come on, Ulf. Okay. So he gets strangled. Wait a minute, what? Okay, that's why it wasn't showing me anything. Okay, show memories on the deck map. I think he's one of my top men. He's in a bitter cold. So I might have to go back and look for numbers on hammocks. But the hammocks are arranged by numbers, so that it would have to be like at where the end of the scene cuts off. Okay, well, we're not gonna... Was shot with a gun by an unknown attacker. Unless he was spiked. He did technically get spiked, I think, but it does look like he also got shot. Nope, he was not poisoned. He was shot by a gun. And that thing, it looks like he was spiked, tried to crawl to cover, but somebody fires a gun from over here and it goes through the enemy and hits him through the wall. Hideous monster perished simultaneously with a brave but unfortunate soul. That's it. That's all we get is that all. I think he was strangled by a beast. Okay, Lars we have nice waiter. And he might not have fallen overboard either. He might have also been shot with a cannon by, what's his face? By Abraham something. Okay. Oh, a couple of people from America. I haven't even noticed any American accents. Shit. I might have to go through and just listen to auditory stuff just to see if I can't snag a listen to somebody who sounds particularly American. Peters. I'm pretty sure pretty much all of these guys just drown. But I probably, usually when I fixate and I don't move, like this, it's usually, all I have to do is go forward, and that's it. Ooh, okay, wait a minute. So he's in escape. I was assuming that his injury that killed him happened during the doom, but it might not have. It might have come from Soldiers of the Sea, because they were one right after the other. So I need to see in Soldiers of the Sea where he gets hit. That might be how I figure out how he dies, because I was assuming it was on top with the... He is on deck when the Kraken's there, though, and he doesn't look injured. Okay. I still have no fucking clue who you are. Are you John Davies? Or are you perhaps, are you Martin? Are you Alfred? Yeah, I'm just gonna throw some guesses around for a second. I'm pretty sure you aren't Martin. But I know you were clubbed by Brennan. Maybe you're Duncan? Or Finley? Because he's somebody of importance. Maybe he's Davy James. Probably not. I don't think he'd really be anybody else this far down. Okay, yeah, I don't know who you are. Damn it. Didn't think you'd be Martin. I've tried John. I doubt you're Alfred. Are you Winston? I could see you being a Duncan. I guess I'm not gonna get anything because I don't know how he died. Well, I mean, I know how he died. I don't know who killed him. Because it wasn't Brennan. I think it was him. Yeah, because... Yeah. Alright, because I'm pretty sure... Or you're Davy James. One of the stewards, I guess. Wait. You're not Zungi Sathi? No. I'm pretty sure you're midshipman. Knifed to death by unknown officer. Okay. Fuck. And then there's this guy. This guy is all over the place. I'm pretty sure he's a topman. Do I have any topmen left that are from England? I've got 2 chances if I'm right about him being a topman, which I have no idea. He might not be anybody. So that kind of stinks. Sorry, I'm getting borderline neurotic about checking my phone now because I probably won't hear it unless he sends a call. Okay, I think we're just gonna have to go over the edge and see what happens.
All done? We should go.
I'm not all done.
Storm's nearly about, so we won't be coming back. If you've still business here, climb up and finish it. Else I'll make the port.
Okay. Hey, oh gosh, PVAP? Or PalVap? I'm gonna go with VAP because that's the only part I can really reckon how to say. decently, but thank you for the follow. How are ya? Thank you for hanging out today. I am having a time figuring out all of these dead people's stories. And my goodness, is it a time. Okay, what fate befell them? He is going to be alive. Right? Because the other two... Okay, alive in Africa. Alive in Africa. I'm at the point where, periodically, I'm probably just going to be guessing so that I can hopefully get one thing that sinks two more locked in that I'm fairly certain of. Maybe Davy James as steward. No, okay, I don't... Where all do you show up? Disappeared in the escape. Yep, because you're there twice. That's part of it. You're there for the murder, execution. You're there for unholy captives. Oh, gosh. That guy, Travie, thank you for the follow. How's everybody doing today? I hope you're having a decent Thursday. I am about as far as I can get, I think, where the game is going to reveal new things that I can use. So it's a lot of, at this point now, me failing to deduct from all the game's evidence. But yeah, thank you so much for the follows, both of you. I appreciate it. It's good to have you. Oh, God, yeah, you. I still haven't properly figured you out. I don't think. Right? Okay, I did get him. I haven't figured out his story, if he's not the gunner's mate or if he technically counts as falling overboard because there's no body. But there were two people here when that cannon went off. Yeah, and so there's that. Okay. I feel like probably the thing to do now, since we have all the scenes except for chapter 8. But it says if you I think if we take the book back to him, I don't think I'm going to be able to come back and come back and review stuff. So I really need to make sure I have all my ducks in a row before then, because I think there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be really hard to figure out if I'm not doing, being able to be there, seeing stuff. Promotion of your channel views, followers, views, prices, okay. I guess you're probably a bot then. So cool, thanks for that. Who is this? This fucking guy. He's all over the place, and I still have yet to see how he dies. But, oh wait, hold on. Shit. Unholy Captives, Part 4. There's somebody else that I don't have locked in, right? Or Philip Dahl. I don't know what happened to Philip Dahl. So that's what I need. That's what I need to find. I might be able to find Philip Dahl. Where's your leg? It's not that way. It's over this way. Okay, cool. Yeah. Alright. Because I need to see who he is. Okay. Because he's Philip Dahl, the steward. But we have no record of what happens to him. Specifically, I think that's going to be something that happens in part 8 that we don't have. Because they say in this particular bit, they put him in the lazarette with those things. And the lazarette comes in later too. Actually, yeah, the lazarette comes in during Soldiers of the Sea. So That must be where they put all the monsters. And the lazarette with whatever that is. I want to go check.
20 years my steward, and never a doubt on your sanity.
You were shot by an unknown attacker. I don't remember who shoots you, and I'm not going to look into it now. There's John. That's probably... This fucking... Wait a minute. Hold on. He had rope in his hands. Is that how I'm supposed to know? That's probably how I'm supposed to know. Okay. Who... Yeah, that definitely makes me think that's the bosun. Because the bosun's in charge of equipment, so like the storehouse with rope, that tracks. That tracks for me. What's going on up here? Are you the artist? Yeah, you're the artist. Who are you? You're the butcher. And that's them. Okay, unholy captives. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So it's these shells. These shells are everything. Whatever's going on here, it's because of these. Everything that happened to the Obra Dinn is based around those shells. Yep. You, I believe we got locked in. You, we know. How about you? Or you? Do I know you? I don't actually know who you are. You may be just fucking anybody. You were strangled by a beast. Okay. Yeah, those shells are kind of the cause of everything, and I don't know when they arrive on the ship. Okay, but I was gonna go look at something and then I got distracted. So, who are... Oh, wait a minute. You're here doing stuff for the captain. Yeah, okay. Alright. Cool. Oh my gosh. Alright, this is Unholy Captives. And that's why he... Right? No. Not Unholy Captives. This is... Isn't it? Yeah, it should be. It's not Soldiers of the Sea. Yeah, okay. Keep him down. 20... Let's find John, Ben, and worse spots. I think tie him up, put him in the lazarette. Are you the captain's steward or the general steward? Well, no, because Philip Dahl, we have properly ID'd, we just don't know what happens to him. And I know he's properly ID'd because John down there, the guy who died in this particular flashback, he is confirmed locked in with accurate information of death, and he was killed by Philip Dahl, which is the guy being carted out. So are you just... Are you our unknown steward? Zungi Zathi, ship steward from India. Might that be you? Because this guy's in a lot of places too. If he's a ship steward, that would make sense. Oh, that's right. That's right. You're the one that gets fucking shot through the wall. I'm gonna go with this being our ship's steward. I don't know for certain, but I think that's gonna be. Let's see if it is. You get spiked by a terrible beast. No? Okay, that doesn't unlock anything for us. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, I'm gonna head out of here. There was something I had a notion that I was gonna follow up on, but I can't remember what it was. But I do want to see. Okay, so I can't. That is open. That's been open the whole time, but still. It's a little suspicious if you ask me. Okay, so it's... was there a spider dead over here? No. Was it this one? No, because the dude's like up here when he gets shot. But that's not the right one either. It must be the one that's in the hold. Because this one... oh, we'll check this one too, since it gets burned. It dies in about the right spot, so we'll check it. Okay, no, so it's the other one. Who are you? You're that dude. Right, I think we got you PID'd. Yeah, you're the butcher. There's the surgeon. That's, yeah, him that clubs Lars. That's this guy. So wait a minute. The guy that clubs Lars. Yeah. I could have done this without coming into the book and just found him directly. Nathan Peters. You disappear in the Doom. Okay. Why? Why is this important? Soldiers of the Sea, Unholy Captives, Unholy Captives, Unholy Captives, Soldiers of the Sea. So he's involved in a lot of places. And then the Doom Part 1. Yeah, because the Doom Part 1 is when he leaves. That's when he disappears. Fuck. So I guess where might I find him when he is just in regular life? He's in Soldiers of the Sea 1. So is he a topman? Because if he's a topman, they might have been coming from the same place together. I don't know, that's a reach. I got nothing for it. But I need to check that other spider's body, which means I have to find it. I think it's downstairs. Yeah, I think it's just down here inside this door. Not that door, the other one. Okay, cool, cool. There it is. Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't think there's a way to actually play the audio sound again without leaving. Which is unfortunate. What about you? Who are you? And what happens to you? Okay, you disappear. Who the fuck is this? Oh, this dude. Okay. And then who's that? I want to say it's like Pete. Petey? Oh, it's him again. Okay, come on. Okay. Well, nuts. Okay, I'm gonna keep investigating. I'm gonna go up until my hey guy gets here. So I'm gonna keep checking my phone. But we are a bit overdue for another wellness break, so we're gonna go ahead and do that real quick. And it is possible I might need to just end the stream after I get back if I hear from him. If I hear from him before then. So I apologize if that's going to be the case, but hopefully not. Hopefully we can keep poking around for a bit more, try and solve a few more of these deaths before we have to end. So take care of yourselves on your wellness break. Sorry, I'm really just trying to go fast, but y'all know the drill by now. If not, somebody can tell you. Be back soon. All right, we're back. As far as I know, I'm still good. So we're going to keep going. Make sure that popped up. It did. So I have a thought on how we might be able to approach this and make a little more sense out of it. So we have all of the events in time with the exception of Bargain. But most of what happens to most of these people, I'm pretty sure, is the Doom. And I think I have an idea of something, at least one facet involved in the missing chapter 8 that might be why one of the guys that's been bugging me for so long, because I couldn't figure out how he dies. I think it might be because of that. But I think the best way to go through this is to start from the beginning and go through chronologically, ID everybody that we haven't ID'd, and try and ID the dead in chronological order. Because for the most part, everything we need for these earliest deaths should be pretty straightforward, because it would have had to come up to that point. For most of them, I don't think there's really going to be a ton of information after they're dead as to who they are. So we can continue whittling down the people we don't know, I think, by doing that. Except for this fucking guy. Because he only shows up twice. Yeah, this dude only shows up twice. One of them is in this scene where he literally just gets shot. And the other one is in a sketch. So who are you in the sketch here? Okay, you're in the back. Looks like you're dancing. You have a cup. And you're dancing with this dude who I still can't figure out. But he's... So these are all top men. I'm gonna scum my way through this one, because there's a lot of top men we don't have. But theoretically, if I have anything else correct, especially if I have 2 others correct, like, this should be everything we need for him, as long as I get his name right. That's the problem. But I don't have 2 others correct, which is unfortunate. So we move on. He was speared by a terrible beast. And where do you show up? You show up in Murder Part 2. Okay. Murder Part 3. Yep. Bitter Cold, which we looked at. And then the drawing. So where are you in the drawing? Off on your own. Well, this looks... Yeah, these are still top men. So you, I might be able to get in by guessing. Although I guess I didn't have the other dude right, so I won't have him. It's... This group of top men is really proving to be one of the big thorns in my side, because there's so little information about most of them. Was devoured? I guess maybe she wasn't eaten. But I mean, she was bit. So I don't know what else that would be for her. And again, it might be right. Maybe it was strangled. But okay. Oh, not overboard. Yeah, I'm gonna say devoured. Just, she was there, she was doing nothing, and then she was getting bit in the neck, and I don't know what that would be. He burns to death. You got shot by Chiao Tan. Okay, not Alexei Toporov. That's not who you are. I don't think. I don't know. I still think maybe it is. But I mean, I think that for any of these that I've put information in that hasn't been approved, and I don't have any of these correct. Or at least not enough of them correct. Li Wei, Li Hong, Xishang, or Huang Li, nothing. Okay. He wasn't electrocuted. He fell. He fell from the rigging. I mean, he got struck by lightning. But when we find his body, which is the moment, like, yeah, when we find his body, it's on the deck. It's specifically on the wheel for the helm. So, all right, let's try this one more time. I just need to get, like, give me one. Please. Give me one of these top men that I know nothing about. And just... Okay, where do you show up? You're in Unholy Captives Part 1, which is when everybody gets hit and attacked. You're in Part 2 when that happens. You're in a bitter cold, so he's in a hammock for that, which is not helpful whatsoever. Okay, cool. Were you speared or were you spiked? Might have been spiked. That I'm gonna hold that, just because I've had him for a long time, and he's yet to be done. This unknown soul, okay. So his clothes that he's wearing are more like a lot of the Oriental passengers wear, the Asian passengers, but I really have no idea. Like, I don't have a lot of folks from Asia left on my list. It's essentially the top men. Hey, there we go. We got somebody just on sheer guesswork alone. All right, let's see who we got. We got Ji Shang strangled. Okay, we have Alexei Toporov done, and we have Nick done. Thank you. I think I probably didn't consider him maybe being a topman because I forget how many of the topmen are down below decks during that chapter fighting the spider things. Okay, so let's go back to murder. It's murder part 1, I believe. No, it's the last part of murder. Yeah, part 3. So who are you? The boats, the crew will be on us. I need to hear him say give it up. If he has any kind of accent, that's what I need to hear. That's completely the wrong thing. It's not even the right floor. Come on, Wolf. I think it's... no. I believe it's... this one? Yeah, it's the one that has the door open. Because this is when they're kidnapping.
Slack the lifts and lower the boats! The whole crew will be on us! Give it up!
Give it up. Scottish. He sounded Scottish. Who do we have left that's Scottish? We've got Duncan the purser. We've got Timothy Bootmont the topman. I would guess Timothy. Okay. That's my guess with him. So, I had to hear him say "give it up" and really try and listen. There's "give it up." Sounds Scottish to me. I wasn't trying. Please don't think that's the best I can do with a Scottish accent. When I think about it and prep my brain a little bit, I can do one that is at least better. I don't know if it's actually good, but better. Okay, so chronologically moving through. Yeah. Okay, I can't figure that out. And it's weird to me too that it's like sometimes it is a name I haven't changed that is correct. So it's just the way it bounces around throws me off sometimes. Yeah, I still have no idea who you are. Lift this out, take it below. What is it about the chest and your dead friends? Spirit and real die. A shell, what shell? And then he gets spiked. Are you a topman? You might just be my unknown topman. I hate that. I hate that there's just I don't know, unknown factors in this. Okay, but that is going to have to be it. I just got a pating from my hey guy. He is on the way. So thank you everybody for hanging out. Thank you for watching this. If you're watching this as a VOD, I hope you've been enjoying the series so far. If you haven't seen the older installments of this, they should still be on Twitch at the time that I'm recording this. But in a little bit's time, the first one at least might be gone. But that's okay. I do have a YouTube channel that is the same name as this, just Ulfgarður, and then TTV typed into YouTube afterward. But if you get Ulfgarður typed in the YouTube search, it should be right there. And there I have pretty much every stream I've ever done, with the exception of one or two a while ago that I forgot to upload in time. But you can see all of the old Obra Dinn stuff there, and we are going to continue this, hopefully finish it up sometime next week on one of these afternoon streams. So tomorrow we'll be back at 1 p.m. Central doing Ark back on our community server, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We have there's always something to do in Ark in that server. We're going to see some fun animals. I'm going to try and grow some into adults that we hatched last week, and the company is always a good time too. We always have a lot of fun sassing each other, if nothing else. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. Hopefully, hopefully Millie doesn't have reason to come make horrible goat screams at you in your sleep, because that's what will happen. And we'll see you all when we see you next. Thank you so much everybody for dropping in, for hanging out, and for leaving follows. Until tomorrow, take care.